Hey everybody. I just thought I'd make a video talking about strand skating. I got a couple comments about it in my Vault of Glass speedrun videos, and I figured I would just answer some of those questions and show you guys how I have practiced strand skating and where you can use it. So I use it in Vault of Glass speedruns. You can use it in various different parts of the game, but I think it's most useful for Vault of Glass entrance, and I will show you why. So Strand Skating uses Ensnaring Slam and Eager Edge. Eager Edge Heavy Attack. I think you can also do it with Light Attack, but for VOG entrance, you use Heavy Attack, Jump, and then Ensnaring Slam. It's the same inputs as Shadow Dive. Make sure that you know where your inputs are. So the button that you need to make sure is bound is Air Move, because that's what Ensnaring Slam is bound to. You can check it by going to your settings or looking at Ensnaring Slam. If you're on controller, I think you want to make sure that I don't have a controller plugged in, but you want to make sure that you have the button for air move set to a single press instead of a long press or a double press. That way you can do it instantly because the timing is pretty tight for when you need to press it. So Vault of Glass is particularly good for strand skating because of the nice flat surface into a decline. Strand skating, unlike shatter skating, needs to have a specific surface to skate off of. Shatter skating, you can ground line, you can go off of a box, you can go off of a decline, a ramp, a ledge, whatever. Strand skating, you need to go off of a flat ground into decline. There might be other ways to do it, but from what I've heard so far with what we know about strand skating, this is the most efficient way to do it and the most consistent way to do it, I guess. So I'll show you how to do it. You pull out your Eager Edge Sword, you heavy attack, jump, and ensnaring slam. So it looks a little bit like this. And you can combine it with a grapple to gain height, which is something that Shatterskate does not have. So it's a reason to use this because to make that same skate to midplate on stasis, you need to jump off of an elevated platform like that, or throw a stasis crystal up there, and it takes away a little bit of time because you need to get that set up. So you need to kind of jump up like this, land, and then hit the skate. Whereas Strand Skate, right off of the spawn, you can just skate like this and make it to midplate. So that's why Strand Skate is used over Shatterskate or Vault of Glass. We use it for right plate and mid plate, and then we have a Shatterskate go to left plate, and then all three people are on plates within 5 seconds of starting the raid. That's why I use it, and this is a great place to practice. You can just pull out a sword, hit the skate, and practice the grapple, whatever. Some things to note about strand skating. I've found that the timing is a little bit more precise than shatter skating. Shatter skating, all you need to do is heavy attack, jump, and shadow dive in that order as fast as possible, and it'll hit 100% of the time. Unless if your sword tracks to an enemy, which is something that we unfortunately have to deal with. But with strand skating, I've found that you need to time it so your feet, as they go on the decline, ignore that. As your feet start to go down the decline, that's when you want to jump and dive. So if I do it too early or too late, I might waste some Eager Edge ammo. I might waste my dive, and it will be kind of we'll just need to run it back because we won't save that time from the skate like we usually do. Also, fun fact, with shadow diving, if you crash into a wall, you take damage. Strand skating, for whatever reason, you don't. Not really sure why, but that's kind of a funny thing that I noticed practicing this. But yeah, come to Vault of Glass, go off of the spawn platform, practice skating, grapple, whatever you want to do. You can use it to mid plate, you can also use it to right plate, and I'll show you what that looks like in a little bit. I'm actually going to relaunch, so I don't have all these Cyclopses shooting at me, and I get my grapples back. Okay, we're back in the VOG entrance. No Cyclops is shooting at me. I'll show you what the skate to right plate looks like, just if you're curious. But right after this, I'll show you the differences between Strand and Shatterskating. That's what the skate to right looks like. And you're on the plate within 4 seconds of spawning in. But for Shatterskating, I could skate off of a platform like this, no problem. With Strand skating, I'm just gonna dive straight down like that instead. But if I pull out Stasis, make sure I have Shadow Dive on, I can just kind of skate off of anything. I can jump on a rock, and that was a bit of a fail, but as long as you're on like a surface with like no ground in front of you, you can skate. It's the same inputs as Strand. Heavy attack, jump, and dive. But you can just kind of do it off of anything. I think I can even do it off of like this surface right here. Strand is a little bit more strict on what you can skate off of. So that's why you don't see people using it as much, because it's a little bit harder to set up. But when you do find the right location for it, it can be a huge time save. In the entrance here, it's maybe like 3 seconds faster per plate. So like if I wanted to skate to mid plate, I could like throw a crystal up here, jump on top, and hit the skate to mid. But the time that it takes me to throw the crystal, land on the crystal, I'm already more than halfway to the mid plate if I'm using Strand. So that's why I use Strand. That's why Strand is just better for skates that require more height at the end of them, because you can grapple upwards and swing and then eager edge out of the swing. So for skates that have the option to, with a location like this that's a flat platform into a decline, Strand skates are perfect. So that's why I use Strand for VOG. So if you have any questions about how to practice this, or if you want any tips, please reach out in the comments or join my Discord server and ask me some questions there. I will post my Discord server in the description, so join up, ask me some questions. I'll be more than happy to help. Thank you, everybody. I'm just starting up this YouTube channel, so if you would like to, please drop a subscription, interact with the video with a comment or like. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, everybody, and have a good one.